Hello, 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 my lovely disciples. How are you this fine evening? Hello, Oncey. Hello, Rena. Hello, Raven. How are you? I hope you're well. And hello to anyone else who may or may not be here yet. I hope you are also well. Thank you, everyone, for dropping by. Sorry I had to push the stream back a day. Yeah. It's been a week. Had a 12-hour day on Wednesday, and I was like, Thursday's also gonna be a long day. I'm not gonna feel like streaming. And then I had a 12-hour day on Thursday. And I got home, and I did not feel like streaming. And then today I had a 9-hour day, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm streaming, but I don't know how up for it I am. I'm here, but I am exhausted. This week has been draining, to say the least. And yeah. I'm starting to remember from back in like years ago. I used to work a lot. Like, 48 to 60 hours a week, and just or like I would work like a 40-hour week, right? But it would be like 2 hours to get to work and 2 hours to get home. So it's like you add that into the mix, and it's like, okay, well, it's 40 hours plus 10 hours of commute every week. So that's 50 hours out of my day. And then you add in getting ready and everything, and it's just like there was no time. And you know what? I think I'm a little more like looking back on that or remembering that more. I get why I didn't do much and I just came home and I played video games. It's so much easier. So much easier than actually doing stuff. I don't blame myself at all for doing that. You know? This was a long week for me. Yeah. It's been a week. It's been a week. That's for darn sure. That is for darn sure. That's okay. The standard work week is over. I have my weekend. And yeah. Of course, I'm gonna fill the weekend with more work for myself. Because I can't help myself. That's okay. That's okay. One moment. Hold on. Oh my. Hold on. Something feels like it needs to pop. I'm just like, oh, no, not quite. Just getting a stretch in. All right. Well, that's okay. I was hoping something would pop. Oh, something popped. Not really what I was looking for, but that's okay. Hello, White Star. Welcome on in. I am tired. It has been a long week. Ugh. Sorry. I am exhausted. But I'm here. We're vibing, having a good time. Yeah. Fixed two machines today, which was nice. I was supposed to fix a third, but I was like, I'm already at 8 hours and I haven't even started driving home yet. Can I kick it to Monday? And dispatcher was like, sure, we could do that. So I got a busy Monday, but that's okay. But yeah. Oh, people were pretty happy. Whoa, hello. Sorry. Chord knot is not where I'm used to seeing it. So cold in your bedroom? How very unfortunate. I do not have this problem. My bedroom is always very warm. I shall transfer some of the heat from it to you. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Either you didn't get much money, or you spent it very quickly, Watsy. Yeah. Speaking of money, I think I got paid today. I think today is payday, because it's like pay process is like a week after final. Yeah, I got paid today. Paycheck is in. Let's go. Oh, speaking of money and things that are good, might go to bed early. Reasonable. Good idea, even. Sleep is good and probably well deserved. In fact, certainly well deserved. But yeah, speaking of money and things that are good about that, I have a new credit card that I applied for. It is a big boy credit card that you need like a really good credit rating to get. And hello, Krista, welcome on in. And the big reason why I got this one is because I want to do some traveling. And the interest rate on it is atrocious, but I'm just gonna pay it off in full every month, so it doesn't really matter. So but if I spend $500 with it in the first 3 months, which I can do in a month easy, I get 20,000 free airline miles. And it's the type of card where you spend money and you get airline miles as a reward. So I'm pretty stoked about it. Yeah, I cannot wait for that. Me too. Apply for my credit card. Nice. Yeah. This is I have like a proper credit card, and then I have like the stupid Amazon one. I'm probably what I'm gonna do. I might cancel the Amazon credit card, or try to. I don't know how that's gonna work. And just like shift all my Amazon purchases onto this credit card. I think that would be the best for me. Because I really don't want that many credit cards. I really don't like having them. I just am like, the system's rigged, you know, but it's important to have good credit, because sometimes you need that. It's because fucking entire U.S. economy is built around it. Yay. Fuck. But yeah, you know. That'd be useless for me. I flew to England and back again, never again. So the reason why I want a card that gives airline miles is because I want to travel, but I want to do so in comfort. So I think, I don't know exactly how it works. I need to look into it. But I think it's like 20,000 miles is like economy. But you can upgrade it and it just counts as for less miles. So look, a free flight's a free flight. Like, you know, I don't want to travel a lot, but I do, if I do travel, I want it to be cheap. And this makes it cheap. The things we do for love, though. My BF is moving here with me in April. Nice. That's awesome. Happy to hear that. Do you have a favorite place to travel to? Home. No, I'm not big on traveling, but I have reasons why I want to do some traveling, if that makes sense. I have some folks I want to visit. I have some places I want to try and visit. I'd love to go to Japan. That's one of the things on my list. But I have other destinations in mind first. So, but I've only ever really traveled in the United States and then to Vancouver, BC, Canada. 'Cause I mean, yeah, I think my parents got me a passport when I was very young, it's either that or I was young enough that a passport wasn't required for me. I forget how it works, but regardless, we went to Vancouver. We stayed there for like a weekend. There was like a museum that was kind of cool. But other than that, I haven't really traveled outside the United States. And that's something I want to do. I don't necessarily want to do it a lot, but I'd like to do it a bit. You know? Hello, Gray. Long time no see. How are you? But if I'm gonna do it, I don't want to do it in economy, because economy sucks. I flew from here all the way across the country in economy, and let me tell you, awful. Would not want to repeat that. Part of me wants to go to Galway, Ireland, and Normandy, France, see where my family came from. I don't really have like a connection to my ancestry like that. Like, I'd love to go to Ireland, but I would not be like, oh yes, you know, my family came from here, because I don't want to be a meme, you know. But if someone asks like, hey, why do you want to visit Ireland? I'd be like, well, it's embarrassing. I don't want to be a meme or anything, but like, you know, my grandma's parents, you know, fled the potato famine and, you know, came to the United States, and so I've always been curious of the country they came from, you know. No, I'm not gonna say I'm like however percent Irish or whatever. You know, not gonna like do any of that because I don't want to be a meme. but I think it'd be nice to visit Ireland just to see it, you know. Yeah, Japan would be cool. I'd probably drop by in Tokyo for a couple days. You know, go to the weeb spots, the tourist trap weeb spots, and then fuck right off to Hokkaido. Cause I would want to go to Japan in winter, so I could go to Hokkaido for like one, hot springs. Two, they have a really cool winter festival, and they have like ice sculpture stuff and whatnot. I would love to do that. That's what I want to do. I want to go to like I'm trying to remember. I remember looking into it at one point. Yeah, I would not go to Japan to go to Disneyland. That would be like the opposite of what I want to do. Hokkaido Ice Sculpture Festival. Yeah, Hokkaido Ice Sculpture Festival. Yeah, the Sapporo Snow Festival. Yeah. Ever been to New Mexico? I have not been to New Mexico. I have been to Arizona though. So let me hold on. Let me see. Yes, this works. Okay. Transition. Ba, ba, ba. So these are pictures of the Hokkaido Ice Sculpture Festival. Like, look at this. I really, really want to go and see this in person. I think that would be amazing. Like, look at all this. This is so cool. Like, I don't know. Yeah, this is like, when I think of wanting to go to Japan, this is like what I want. Like this, and like, I don't know. Obviously, I'd want to go to, I forget the name of the fucking place, but you know, that one section of Tokyo that's like otaku paradise. I forget the name of it. Shibuya, maybe? I don't know. I'd also probably want to go to Kyoto and check out some of the temples. I think that would be cool. Probably like Tokyo, Kyoto for Tokyo for, you know, otaku reasons. Kyoto for to look at some of the temples, and then Hokkaido for ice sculptures festival. And that would be like the 3 spots I would want to go in Japan. And my understanding is that's pretty feasible to do in like a week-ish trip, because everything's pretty well connected by rail. So it's not like the US where it's just like, you know, you drive 15 hours in one direction and you're potentially in the same state. There was a smaller village that has really nice tea houses, but I forgot the name. That's okay. Yeah. But it'd be nice to visit at some point, I think. But we'll see if that ever it probably will happen now that I have now that this card's gonna come in. I'll probably try and make it happen. The effectively free airline miles, you know. Family came here from France with nothing and became one of the founding families of Novu, France. One of the grandparents. Yeah. What about visiting a bamboo forest? I don't know that I care about visiting a bamboo forest. You know? I don't know that that's what interests me. I mean, if it came up, if there was like something nearby, there was like a, I don't know. It wouldn't be something I would go out of my way to do, but if like it came up, you know. Yeah. But yeah. I guess on the topic you're on about White Star. I don't know. I'm just like, I was very much so raised in America by Americans. You know what I mean? The culture I was born in and I was surrounded by was American culture. And like, I like the cultures that like my family more or less comes from. In the same way I like, you know, Japanese culture. Like, I'm fascinated by it. I think it's very interesting. But it's not my culture. You know? Um, yeah, I don't know. It's how do I say this? The thing that the parts of my family history that I care about happened here in America too. Because my great grandparents on my father's mother's side, so my grandmother, my father's mother, they fled from Ireland and came here and built a life here. They had their daughter and several other children, to my understanding, and you know, she married my grandfather, who came up from very little to owning a very impressive farm in Wisconsin, and sold that and retired, and was able to build himself up from nothing. Like, those are the stories of my family that I grew up with, right? You know, and those are all very traditional American family stories, you know. So I don't really necessarily feel a need to dig farther back for impressive stories. Like, my grandfather fought in World War II. He came back with what little the army paid him for seeing the horrors that he did, and built a life out of that. A life good enough to feed and educate 8 children and retire off of, you know. Children who largely grew up to be fairly successful, you know. Most of my uncles are small business owners. You know. Not that I have any communication with any of that, but I think, yeah. I just understood 8 children instead of 8 children. Wow. You're good. You're good. But yeah, I don't know. I'm also just like severely disconnected from like my ancestry. Like, I don't know. That's the thing about like when you're like multiple generations away from your immigrant ancestry. I just feel like it stops mattering as much. And it's not like I don't care. You know, I'm like, oh, it's cool that I have Irish blood and whatnot. I do think it's cool. I don't know. I've been having complicated thoughts about it recently. So, apologies if I'm airing some of those in an odd fashion right now. I'm just like, I've thought about it recently. I'm like, you know, do I actually care? Yeah. Father side's ancestors were just scholars. Everything I know of from my family ancestry points to us being peasantry. Like, the only thing I heard about anyone from the homeland, quote unquote, from Ireland, was that they were roof thatchers. That's it. That literally people who made roofs. That's it. That's the whole story there, as far as I have been told. I was raised with heavy influences from our past we retained a lot. Yeah. I feel like there wasn't much to retain in my case. You know. And I think there, but there was also like the like most recent immigration in my family tree was people like being literal refugees who like came here and wanted to integrate because and like effectively erase their culture because they wanted a better life for their children, you know. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Anyways. Oh. Oh. Oh man, I am so sore. Gosh. Little I know of mine, Spanish bakers and Vikings. There you go. There you go. Yeah, maybe that's all you need to know. Where's my other? There's my thing. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I'm very sore today. I was shifting around. It's a 320 horsepower motor, I think. It gets up to like 850 RPMs under like maximum voltage. Or at least that's, sorry, not under maximum voltage, under its maximum like programmed like setting. It can technically go faster, but it's not really, it doesn't need to. Anyways, what was I saying? My brain. Oh, it's very heavy. It's like a fucking 75-pound motor. I was like shifting that around and trying to like get it into a really weird spot because it's like there's like a lip that it's gotta that it has to go over, but then the base that it's bolted onto also has a lip that catches on that lip. And so you're trying to like angle it straight back so it lines up with this hole that a rod in the base is supposed to attach into. And it's just very challenging and like okay, Fold, I will hop to bed now. Hey, sleep well, sweet dreams. Thanks for dropping by, I appreciate it. But yeah, anyways, it was a pain in the butt and I am like absolutely sore from the amount of just like horrific contortion I had to put my body through in order to get that to actually like fit where it's supposed to fit. Ugh. Actual suffering. So I am probably gonna be just like randomly stretching a lot this stream. Oh man. Oh. 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 God. Everything hurts. I'm gonna be honest though. The mention of bed sounds really good. I'm like really tempted to just chat a little bit and then go to bed. I know it's like supposed to be a Hogwarts Legacy stream, but I am very tired. And I might just hop to bed. Actually, you know what? That sounds like the best idea. I am so tired. Yeah. I'm gonna, I know that, Aku. I'm stuck with this flipping cold that just won't go away. Oh, I understand your pain. That like sore throat thing I got hit with last month, it was like I'm still dealing with the after effects from it. Yeah, everybody's just sick. This sucks. I'm not sick, but I'm dealing with the after effects of having been sick, which anyways, thank you everyone for dropping by. I really appreciate it. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Eat well, sleep well, hydrate, don't dehydrate, posture check. Make sure you're not all shrimped up. And until next time, bye-bye!